For generations, we were taught to wait. Wait on God. Wait on justice. Wait on deliverance. Wait on a Savior. Waiting was dressed up as faith. Inaction was baptized as obedience. But no nation in history was restored by waiting. And no covenant was fulfilled by passivity. If Israel is to be rebuilt, it will not begin with prayer alone. It will begin with responsibility. Awakening is important, but awakening is not the destination. Knowing who you are does not rebuild a nation. Remembering history does not establish law. Exposing lies does not create order. Awakening without responsibility produces frustration. Identity without discipline produces chaos. And truth without structure collapses under its own weight. This is where many movements fail, not because they are wrong, but because they stop too soon. Israel is not a feeling. It is not a slogan. It is not a bloodline without obligation. Israel is a people bound by covenant. And covenant is not belief. Covenant is law, discipline, responsibility, accountability, order. A people who refuse order cannot inherit land. A people who reject discipline cannot govern themselves. This is not theology. This is historical reality. Waiting was never neutral. Waiting keeps people disorganized, dependent, reactive, harmless to power. A people who are waiting do not build schools. They do not acquire land. They do not establish courts. They do not train leaders. They sit. They hope. They pray for outcomes they refuse to prepare for. Waiting was not taught to save us. It was taught to stall us. Rebuilding Israel does not start with borders. It starts with behavior. Before land, there must be law. Before law, there must be discipline. Before discipline, there must be responsibility. Responsibility means governing your conduct, regulating your community, correcting internal disorder, building systems that outlast emotion. No nation survives on passion alone. No covenant survives without enforcement. This is the part people resist, because responsibility costs comfort. We are not building sanctuaries to hide from the world. We are building training grounds, places where children are educated properly. Economics are ethical and productive. Disputes are resolved internally. Discipline is restored without brutality. Debtorship is earned, not claimed. Sanctuaries are rehearsal spaces for sovereignty. If we cannot govern here, we cannot govern anywhere. Everyone wants land first. But land is not given to the unprepared. Land is inherited by the disciplined. History shows this without exception. A people who cannot manage community will mismanage territory. That is why rebuilding Israel begins before land, not after it. The order matters. This is not a call to violence. This is not a call to chaos. This is not a call to fantasy. This is a call to grow up as a people, to stop outsourcing responsibility to heaven, to stop blaming enemies for internal disorder, to stop mistaking awareness for readiness. No savior arrives for an undisciplined nation. Restoration follows responsibility, never the other way around. If Israel is to be rebuilt, it will not be handed to us. It will be earned. Earned through order, obedience, discipline, ethical governance, collective responsibility. Waiting ends here, not because faith is dead, but because faith without action has always been a lie. Rebuilding Israel begins with responsibility, and responsibility begins now.